Well, China's coronavirus continues to spread. Authorities are saying the outbreak could peak in 10 days. There have now been 132 deaths, close to 6,000 cases, and 16 countries outside China have confirmed cases. As you can see from this graph, the number of cases has spiked over the past week, and the city of Wuhan continues to be at the center of the outbreak.
But we want to begin right now with the latest headlines. The number of cases in the U.S. jumped again overnight to at least 102,000, with 1,600 deaths now. The U.S. now has more reported cases than any other country in the world.
Here are the latest headlines on this Sunday morning. The U.S. now has surpassed Italy as the country with the most total deaths from coronavirus. More than 20,000 people have died of COVID-19, and more than 500,000 Americans have contracted the virus.
This is the Allina Health Clinic in Apple Valley. What are your symptoms? Do you have a fever? Do you have a cough? Do you have a shortness of breath? This is the Partners in Health in Maple Grove. What are your symptoms? Oh, I'm sorry. We're only taking high priority cases at this clinic, and even so, we have no more tests. This is the Fairview Clinic in Minneapolis. What are your symptoms? Just stay at home and keep an eye on your breathing. If you cannot breathe, call 911. Now, I have a few questions. Am I allowed to ask questions? If I were to call 911, exactly how much trouble should I have breathing before my breathing is more important than your breathing, and now I'm taking time and resources away from somebody who can breathe even less than me? What justifies calling an emergency hotline during this ongoing time of emergency? We are immunocompromised in a compromising world. A world where mothers have their babies without their daddies in the room. A world where money we depend on cannot be given. A world where we are fighting to live, but all we can manage is to survive. Do you feel it inside you? Do you feel those little moments of appreciation that you've never felt before? Do you feel like you've forgotten what outside smelled like? You miss feeling the sunshine on your skin. You miss driving with the windows down and listening to music with the wind in your hair. But really, you're just glad that you're healthy. You've been reminded what is really important, and you can hardly focus on anything other than the ones that you love, because everything else seems inconsequential when you consider what is going on in the world right now. But other things have and will continue to demand your attention. Our job as artists is to hold the world up when it can't carry itself. We have this tremendous ability to provide a light where there is no light to be found. We need to make art now more than ever before. It may be exhausting, it may be difficult, it may be downright unfair. But we were chosen to carry the world's problems in our hearts and put them into creation. And we all knew what we were in for. My real question is how I'm supposed to push the boundaries of creative space when I'm stuck between these four walls. All of these things, the feelings that accompany grief, I've been feeling those things for years, and it wasn't because of a worldwide pandemic. For you, the whole world is going through this at the same time. There's support coming from all sides because everybody understands exactly what you are going through. We are all working together in an unprecedented way, trying to hold each other's hands without touching each other's skin. Our superiors are more understanding. Most of us can take time off from our jobs for the sake of our physical and mental well-being, and you can log online at any time and see that somebody, somewhere can empathize with how you're feeling, if only a little. But nobody could grasp what I was feeling. Nobody could empathize with the weight on my chest. Nobody understood why I suddenly had so little patience for things that weren't matters of life and death. I don't have to tell you that losing a loved one permanently changes your life. And I'm sure that I don't have to tell you that losing a sibling changes it even more. And getting the call that your brother, your best friend, is gone, and you won't get to say goodbye, not now and not ever. It destroys everything you thought you knew. So in some ways, I'm almost glad this is happening. Maybe now we'll all learn what's really important. Maybe now I'll stop seeing people complain about how their package came a day late or making jokes about killing themselves because they couldn't get tickets to a concert. Maybe when this is all over, and who knows when that will be, we will all breathe a little deeper, sing a little louder, be a little nicer. Do you feel it inside you? The longing for something different than what is right in front of you. The disassociation that crawls into your thoughts when you're trying your best to focus. The material of the shirt against your skin that you've worn for 6 days in a row because, let's be honest, we're not dressing to impress. Do you feel the community that surrounds you? The mentality that we are all in this together, even if we're alone in our own homes? Of course you feel these things. Your feelings change swiftly and often. And let me be somebody who makes the point of saying, it is okay to feel any of these things. It is okay to be disappointed over lost opportunities. It is okay to feel unprepared for the future. It is okay to feel scared and angry. It is okay to make the best of this. It is okay to take care of yourself during this time. And it's okay to be forgiving of yourself. Do not judge your emotions. Take on your feelings the way you're taking on every day, one step at a time. I feel like a fish looking through the glass to the outside world. I am a fish waiting for help to come from the sky. Do you think there will be food for me? Is there going to be enough food for all the fish in all the tanks and all the homes for even the oldest, poorest fish to eat? I sleep and I work and I wish and I want, but it's not about me. Exhaustion chimes on the hour like a clock that we know is counting down, but we have no idea when zero will strike. I'm doing my part, so tell me, why can't you do yours? Why can't you give me answers? Why can't you see beyond yourself in this moment where we are all begging you to think communally, but you can't seem to see the community in me, the community in all of us? Please put this mask on. Please cover your face and cover your cough and don't touch your eyes and don't touch your face and don't hug your mother and don't forget. Now is the time to come together, but no closer than 6 feet apart.